of the day. And the good news of the day is going to be JD. JD, as Doug Basham would say. He's got some good Donald Trump news of the day. It's brought to you by cashola.io. Did you know you can get paid just by watching and clicking on ads? That is good news. So go to cashola.io where you can get paid to play. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it's going to be a daily segment on this show. I don't know if it'll be a 2-minute segment or a 5-minute segment, but here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the JD Good Trump News of the Day.
We got to find a better name.
Sponsored by cashola.io. JD, go ahead.
I'm cool with the sponsor, though. So Donald Trump was nominated, as Doug Basham would say, by a hack Norwegian for the Nobel Peace Prize for being involved with Jared Kushner in negotiating the peace deal between Israel and the UAE. Also, he is going to be removing thousands of troops from Iraq and bringing them back to the United States. And Governor Sisolak has made a statement to, as a lot of our listeners know, there's two events in Nevada this weekend. Trump's in Las Vegas at the airport. He's also in Reno at the airport. And Sisolak has gone out of his way to say that there was no communication whatsoever with the Trump campaign, and there is a rule in place where any group of 50 people or more is prohibited. Well, that does not apply to peaceful protests, and the Trump campaign is now calling any rally a peaceful protest. So Governor Sisolak cannot stop the campaign or the peaceful protest / rally in favor of Donald Trump that's going to be taking place this Saturday from taking place. Also, I have been actively involved in a Trump boat parade that's taking place on Lake Mead on Sunday, September 12th. And we are expecting, this comes directly from a very, very good source, we're expecting about 700 boats. It's going to be a really large event. We're going to have a guy that's running for county commissioner in District A, whose name is Mike Thomas, who's also going to be on our show at some point very soon. But he will be there, but it's going to be a very well-attended, large pro-Trump event this weekend, September 12th, on Lake Mead. That's my good news.
Okay, so not to get into a political debate. Shiny, happy people.
Shiny,
I love
terrible song. The worst.
JD did say that it is good news not to rain in your parade about troops, coming home from Iraq. I wonder what's going on, though, with those bounties that allegedly were put on by Russia.
Well, Colin Powell did say that it wasn't big enough news for the president to even know about, and it was a major media reaction.
It wasn't a question.
Media basically got hysterical over it. That's what Colin Powell said, who, again, after he said that, did endorse Joe Biden.
So it must not be true. All right.
Well, Colin Powell's a pretty prominent name as it relates to the military
Colin Powell
in the United States.
Okay, important to note, Colin Powell doesn't have the intelligence that the president has or people in his administration.
He has a lot of connections to the intelligence.
He doesn't have the intelligence.
And those who receive it.
It would be illegal to give him the type of intelligence if he's not in the administration. By the way, Colin Powell is also supporting
Well, I'm curious
Joe
why
Biden.
CNN gets all this intelligence then from the administration.
So as far as your boat parade goes,
if it's illegal.
As far as your boat parade goes, I certainly hope that none of your boats sink like the Trump administration is sinking. I truly hope that doesn't happen.
The Trump administration is not sinking, although there were 4 boats that did sink in Lake Travis.
Exactly, that's the joke that I'm trying to make.
Last weekend, and it's a lot of the conversation, and this has not been confirmed, but those boats were tampered with.
Oh yeah,
and that's why they sunk.
It couldn't be failure operator for the dopes that are out there with their Confederate flags and their Trump signs.
That's not confirmed at all. Although I did see a boat. I saw one Biden boat. It had a Biden flag. It said Biden 2020, and below it there was a communist Russia flag, which was kind of exciting. So I saw that. I believe that took place in Pennsylvania.
You think the boats were tampered?
There have been.
Do you really believe
there
that?
have been boat rallies nationwide in support of Donald Trump. I believe the national record was broken in Florida, and this is going to be one of the biggest boat parades. And we actually, if you notice the rally, the peaceful protest that was just announced in Las Vegas a couple days ago, it happened kind of abruptly. We believe that our boat rally, because it's gotten so big and so many people are going to it, that it has actually kind of pushed the president's hand in choosing to visit Las Vegas on that particular weekend, because the rally is on Sunday and he will be speaking on Saturday. Although, again, the governor is trying to stop that. But if he tries to stop that, he can't, because he did not stop the Black Lives Matter protests, again, because they were, quote unquote, peaceful protests. And the Trump administration, again, is playing chess and making moves like calling what is actually a rally a peaceful protest. So a lot of positive Trump things are going on right now, in addition to the fact that he was.
So let me just give you some information. I hate to rain on your parade, but we want to give out factual information here. The rallies were just canceled. It has been confirmed. The Trump campaign just announced it. That's number one. As far as the Joe Biden vote or flags and your criticism there, I've seen Donald Trump supporters with Nazi flags. So it happens on both sides of the aisle. I just wanted to make that very, very clear.